Yo, what up? It's Ablinov, AB positive, the guy who's not fucking positive, Mr. Positive, Ablinov. Yeah, this is gonna be a completely unfiltered video because every now and then I get into a weird zone. Everybody, Alex becomes not nice little Alex, but this guy who just doesn't give a fuck. It says whatever the fuck's on his brain and screams and fucking punches shit and all that shit. And why have I been angry this way my whole life? Well, who the fuck knows? I don't really remember being a kid. Anyone that knows me knew me as a kid. I don't even fucking remember much of that. So, whatever blockage there is obviously for some fucking reason. And, I've been alone my whole fucking life. Wanted to get a girlfriend. I got better from the Whipple's disease, in 2023. Last year, summer of 24, wanted to get a girlfriend. Now it's summer of 25, pretty much over. Can never get a girlfriend, Girls like what? What are they like? Oh, tall bearded guys to the front, which basically says short, guys who can't grow beards, go die. No, it doesn't say that. Of course it doesn't say that. But you know what does say that? Never getting likes online, getting rejected every fucking time. Person, hey, you want to check out my YouTube? You want to, I was just saying some shit at Walmart too. This girl, Holly, I gave my card to. Hi, Holly. She's never going to fucking, first of all, backup YouTube. But the other YouTube, I was like, you probably never even checked it out. And, selfish, attention-seeking loser. They don't have to check out your shit, dude. But, I said, I'm playing open mic tonight. Not that they really care. And then I said something about, I should probably just die because of that talk and rid everyone of my toxicity. I'm that guy everyone hates, blah, blah, blah. Oh, you shouldn't say that stuff. And then what I do? I call the warm line, call CCBC, be a certain way. People are so fucking sick of it. What does Justin say? Hi, Justin. You don't want to get better. You don't want to get help. You don't want to take advice. You don't want to ask for help. You don't want to do this. So, obviously, that's the problem. I'm the problem. And yes, I could be more welcoming to the help that's available more. But maybe if we really want to understand people, if we wanted to understand the school shooters and the mass shooters or people that kill themselves, maybe we would try to, put ourselves in their shoes and say, why aren't they, what is this thing that's holding them back? And to me, I think there's unprocessed things, people don't think I have crippling shyness, but I think I in some ways do. When I go up to these girls and I'm like, hey, you want to check out my YouTube? I know it's stupid to talk like that, but in some ways, I'm just going off this fear-based mentality. It's funny because today at the store, I wasn't going off that fear-based mentality. You could tell people look at you differently when you finally snap into full-blown psycho mode. But obviously, you shouldn't have passive, weird, overly nice guy and then crazy psycho mode. You should have a balance in between. Be like, hey, buddy, why don't you take a step back, all right? Or I might have to tell you something. Instead of, okay, it's all fine, it's all fine. And, yeah. I'm going to post a shit on the backup YouTube because, if anything, if something does happen, hey, it's there. I don't want to hurt myself. I don't want to hurt others. But how many people say they're not going to cheat on their spouse? They're not going to, do drugs and they do whatever they said they weren't going to do. So what do words really mean, Actions speak louder than words. And, hopefully my actions align with my words because, I feel sometimes just like a puppet, on strings, and the strings are my emotions. I can't even control them. And then like I heard today, yeah, no girl's gonna want someone who can't even take care of himself. And I don't know if that means financially or means emotionally, but obviously girls like a rock, a guy who's stable. Anything that happens, he's just like, I'm strong, I can take that. And in some ways, I feel like I can take some. My ex, severed Achilles, I got her to the hospital, I was perfectly calm. But with my own emotional instability, obviously, you would think in any type of hectic situation, I would be freaking the fuck out. Because I can't even handle being lonely. But, yeah, I feel like, I don't know. I feel very lost and confused and hopeless, and I need a hope overdose. So when I hear that shit, I'm like, what a fucking loser. Like, I have so much self-hatred, and it's like, oh, you can't have self-hatred, but, and I get it, yeah, maybe I gotta look in the mirror and do this or do that, but, and why don't people do this or do that, Why do they just give up and develop this defeatist nature, And why do we sometimes enjoy that we don't have to give a fuck. Because after that, we don't have to give a fuck. Hey, defeatist, I tried, buddy. I tried to help you. And there's even those people who are like, man, those incel guys, I've gone and I've tried to talk to them, and like I really wanted to help these guys. They're they're like stuck on this mode, and I can't get them out of it. So I don't know what to do. I do care. I do have a heart, and I just can't care for them. And it's funny because why would this person look at the thing and see no hope? But maybe check out lostallhope.com. I don't know. But I'm going to go do my usual thing. And I will have some fun in ways, but, I feel like everyone knows I'm a ticking time bomb. So, yeah, maybe I'll get a couple more songs out of it and post them to the other YouTube, and we can all watch that while I slowly spiral.